Hi, Allie Cook here for Dentistry Today. Welcome once again to the Greater New York Dental Meeting 2016. Right now we're at the MacPractice booth, and I am happy to introduce to you my good friend Mark Hollis, who is CEO and co-founder of the company. Mark, thanks for joining us today.
Well, thank you, Allie. I'm happy to be here.
Looks like you guys have been very busy. How's the show going?
Well, we have. It's been a great show, really a good show.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear it. So there's a common complaint that a lot of people have, not even just dentists, but people in general. I want to get a Mac, but PCs are cheaper. Macs are too expensive. How do you address that concern?
You know, as people have been developing on the Mac platform for 30 years, we've always known that a Mac is actually less expensive over time because it requires a fraction of the IT support. However, just to bolster and support something that we've already known and Mac users know, IBM actually has adopted 70,000 Macs into their business. They basically listened to their users in their business who said, I prefer a Mac, and they gave them Macs and found that they cost them less in their business. And they've done a time study, and the IT experts at IBM, who are primarily Windows guys, had to concede that every Mac saved them $500.
So the Macs actually save them money.
Actually save them money. And if you couldn't have a bigger study than IBM putting in 70,000 computers swapping out PCs with Macs.
That's true, and that's a substantial number per 500 per machine. That's great.
Yes, and I think it's actually would be much higher in a dental practice. I think because of the software that they're using is Windows software primarily and Unix software.
So where is this money going? You know, when you have an IBM and it costs you so much money, what's happening there? Where is it? Is it a security issue?
Security is an issue. IT support is an issue. And there's the normal IT support that everybody has been paying before paying attention to security. And now there's in addition to that, how am I going to try to prevent you from getting ransomware? For example, you may be surprised because these numbers are alarming. Almost 1.5 million ransomware attacks were reported over about a 16-month period in Windows.
And just 16 months alone?
Those are just the ones that were reported. 50,000 in March alone of 2016. There was one ransomware attack on a Mac. It didn't affect any doctors.
In that same time frame.
Yes.
So we're looking at 1.5 million to 1, basically.
Yeah, pretty high odds, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's compelling.
I would want to use a Mac too, hearing that.
Then, if we talk about the cloud, which is really the cloud solution, there's no Mac OS solution in the cloud. That's Windows or Unix. It has to be Windows or Unix. And so you may have a Mac client, you may have a browser which has its own incompatibility issues, might run on Windows and might run on Mac, but you're still connecting to a Windows machine. Your data is still in Windows. So just to give you some example of data records, 554 million, I have to read this to make sure I'm reading it right.
I know, such a large number.
554 million data records were compromised in the first half of 2016.
Wow.
Do you know how many were compromised on Mac?
Zero. Must be a low number. Oh, that's as low as it goes.
About as low as it can go. So you got 554,000 to zero.
Wow, that's a shocking difference.
So Apple, our product actually has built security into our product, and so we're on the most secure platform, but we also have the most secure product because we built in encryption that's required by HIPAA. So the encryption is built into the database on the in-office, on-premises database. It's also built in when information travels across the network, whether it's from the server to a client or whether it's outside the office connecting remotely. So that's required by HIPAA, and if a doctor does not have their data encrypted, then if they get this ransomware and they have to report it because their data is not encrypted, they're going to get fined by HIPAA. They're going to lose their patients when their patients find out about it because they have to notify their patients. And they're going to be out of business in 18 months.
Talk about costly.
Right. And what they're going to be doing is paying that high-priced IT person to come in and try to fix the ransomware issue afterwards, after the fact.
And
if they can do
too late.
They'll be down for days. They'll lose their business. But we built it in to prevent that kind of hacking and to qualify for HIPAA. It's called the HIPAA. I'm sorry, you're going to have to edit this part.
That's okay.
It's called the what is it called? The no. Robin. What is the exclusion called for if your data is encrypted?
Data is encrypted.
Safe harbor. That's what I'm trying to think of. Okay. So there's a safe harbor, which means that you don't have to report a breach if you have, including ransomware, is a breach. So you don't have to report the breach if your data is encrypted.
So MacPractice is offering a solution that is less expensive, much safer. I
Yes.
mean, literally a million times safer, we could say.
Right.
And now Mac has upgraded its new operating system. There's the Sierra. Is
Yeah.
MacPractice compatible with that?
We have clients that are using Sierra. We haven't officially blessed Sierra, but we have a version that's in-house that we're very nearly ready to release that's Sierra compatible. We will have partners that will not be Sierra compatible. So when our software comes out that's Sierra compatible, will also be compatible with El Capitan. So if somebody is using, for example, a digital radiography solution from Plan Mecca, which is one of our partners, that's not Sierra compatible. They will be able to use that solution on a computer and not upgrade it from El Capitan to Sierra.
So they'll still be able to use it.
But the key thing is they'll be able to buy Apple's new computers. And we expect there will be more new computers in the first quarter of next year because of some of the technology that they put into the recent MacBook Pro that they introduced.
I see.
Thunderbolt 3, which will make our clients be able to back up like multiple times faster than they could
that's
back
great.
up right
That's
now.
always
And that's a
great
great
news.
thing because data is getting big
Right.
and backing up is becoming an issue.
Well, I'm glad you're on top of it. There's so many wonderful things going on here. I wish we had more time to talk. For people who couldn't make it to Greater New York, where can they find out more?
Well, we invite them to come to MacPractice.com, visit our website, register to take a look at videos, take a look at our page. If you're interested in security, you'll be able to learn about the problems that are happening in Windows. You'll be able to compare it to Apple, be able to compare apples to, I guess, oranges. I don't know what fruit to
I
use
love it. I love
in
it.
any event, but basically be able to compare the two environments and basically learn about the difference between a cloud and on-premises in terms of security. A lot of people don't know that ransomware that's affecting all of these Windows users also affects the cloud. They don't know that.
Okay.
They're just not adding it up. They're not realizing LinkedIn, 600,000 people got their data stolen. They were in the cloud. Facebook, all of the people's credentials were stolen. They're in the cloud. So these are all cloud solutions, and it's vulnerable.
All right, well, thank you for all this wonderful information today, and be sure to come check out MacPractice, check out the website if you can't make it here in New York. Mark, thanks for your time today.
Thank you, Allie.
Thanks for watching.
Okay.